Viewmasters, it's the podcast that we do. Viewmasters, talk about movies that we view. Viewmasters, my friend Eric and me Joe. Viewmasters, hey, let's start the show.
Hello there, and God bless you, little children. Welcome to the Viewmasters. Episode 266, The Night of the Hunter. My name is Joe.
God bless you. My name is Eric.
God bless you, Eric.
God bless you, Brother Joe.
How are you this fine evening?
I'm doing okay. How are you?
The Lord smiles on me.
Oh, well, that's good. I do feel like I am stuck in the deep south, during the 1930s, just relying on ice cream and fans.
That's actually true.
Yes, it is.
I've been in the 60s this week, so it's been pretty nice here.
That is like a full 50% drop in temperature from last week.
It is, yeah, literally.
It's crazy.
Are you hanging in there over there in Ohio?
I'm doing okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Luckily I work 7 days a week, so I am only at my own place with no air conditioning for 16 hours a day.
Yes, luckily. Oh, America.
Yep. Yeah, air conditioning should be free.
Yeah, among other things. Yeah, I would maybe prioritize healthcare over air conditioning, but yeah, I'm with you.
Sure, yeah, but it's a strong number two.
It is, definitely.
And then internet number three. But you have to pass a test.
Right, no, of course.
Yeah. So many people gonna fail that test.
Yeah. It's okay, they'll just pay for it.
That's true, right.
We're just talking about a public option here, people.
Exactly.
Oh, The Night of the Hunter.
The Night of the Hunter. Boy, this movie was weirder than I expected it to be.
It was weirder than I expected it to be too. I don't know what I thought this movie was going to be. But whatever that was, this was not it.
Likewise, I think part of it is that, this is a movie that I feel has been built up a lot, and like I knew that it was a noir of sorts, but like I've seen it talked about in the best of horror type lists.
Oh wow.
I've always thought that there might be like an element of horror to it, and while Harry Powell certainly is a scary dude, I don't know that I would ever classify this in any part as horror.
Yeah, I would say suspense before I'd say horror.
Yeah. Although, he is a serial killer.
True.
But also, that's like calling Dexter a horror TV show, so...
It's true.
Which it is most definitely not.
No, it's a hilarious comedy.
At its best, it was.
Yeah.
And also at its worst.
At its worst, yes. Not on purpose.
But yeah, this was... just weird.
Yeah, I really liked it.
It's really good. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But it threw me.
It started like I think my thing is with it, like it moves really fast.
It does
for half an hour.
I mean, it is only 90 minutes or so.
Yes.
And I guess not first scene, but second scene, we get Harry's a killer, and he's out there a killing, and there is no mystery to it.
Right.
And maybe it's just, looking back at it through a lens of modern film, but I feel like if this was made nowadays, like, we wouldn't find out that he was a killer until, like, the third act.
Oh, yeah, no, it would be a huge twist or something.
Yeah. Like there'd just be something off about him, but, it'd leave you wondering. But we wouldn't find out, and the mother wouldn't find out, until, like an hour in or whatever.
Right.
But everything is laid out pretty early on.
Yeah, there's a lot of ground to cover to get to what sort of ends up being the main thrust of the movie.
Right.
And yeah, it does it relatively quickly. Like we meet the kid's father. I don't remember anyone's names.
His name is Ben Harper.
Ben Harper, thank you. Yeah,
and he was played he was played by Peter Graves.
Oh, nice. Okay,
yes, of Mission Impossible fame.
That's all
the movies.
I did not recognize him.
He was very young.
Yeah.
I guess also for a certain generation of airplane fame.
Yeah, right. But yeah, like we meet him. He is arrested, tried, convicted, and hung, all within the span of like 5 minutes.
Yep. He has he's robbed a bank, I believe.
Yes, I believe so as well.
And in the process killed 2 people. And he rushes home and hides the money that he's stolen. And makes his kids swear to not tell anybody where the money is hidden.
Right. Not even their mother. Exactly.
Because nobody thinks too highly of Mama. Willa Harper, I believe.
Yes.
Played by Shelley Winters. Yeah, and he just lets himself get arrested, and then, like you said, within 5 minutes he's dead.
Yeah.
But in that span of 5 minutes, we see that his cellmate is our main antagonist, Harry Powell, a preacher of some sort, self-proclaimed, possibly.
I believe self-proclaimed. Yeah.
Who just in his first monologue, which he is talking to God, driving an old jalopy. And I like saying the word jalopy.
It's a fun word.
Reveals that he is basically just going around the country killing widows and taking their money. And also possibly killing strippers.
Yeah, I got that impression.
Yeah. But only doing that out of just pure spite. The widow thing is more just out of convenience, I believe, to get the money.
Right. Yeah, so, I mean, why not? They're not doing anything with it.
Sure. Why would they?
They're women. Who knows?
This movie.
He's actually doing them a favor.
So I was going to come into this movie saying, or to this review saying that this movie is very, it's very anti-women.
Yes, very much so.
But I think I can safely say by the end of this movie, I was under the, I changed my mind on it, and that it is very anti-everything.
Yeah.
This movie hates a lot of stuff.
It's true.
Children, women, men, the police. There is no character in this movie that is not spat upon at some point.
I feel like the only character that the movie respects is Lillian Gish's character. The woman who sort of takes the kids in and has, the other kids as well. who are not hers and that she's taking care of. Like it seemed like she gets off okay.
Yeah.
Compared to everybody else.
But she is also very spiteful herself.
She is, yeah. I mean, you can tell she's seen some shit.
Well, sure. But there is no character worse in this movie than Icy Spoon.
Is that the uncle or the aunt?
That is the aunt who owns the ice cream shop with her husband Walt.
Right, the ice cream shop that is called Spoons, right?
Yes.
Is that what it's called? Yeah,
yep.
Which is really, like, if your last name is Spoons, it's either an ice cream place or a soup place.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing else you're doing with your life.
I believe this movie takes place in West Virginia, so, soup is probably not great.
That's true, yeah.
It's going to get warm and humid there most of the year, so...
I guess you could also join a jug band and play the spoons.
Also true. Don't feel like that would be a very marketable business, though.
I mean, yeah, you wouldn't do it as a business. It'd be more of a side hustle, along with your ice cream parlor.
It's true. They are old, who knows what they've done in their past.
Right. How did they raise the money to open this business for themselves? Maybe they toured with a band playing the spoons. Who knows?
This is canon now, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. They were actually part of the golden age iteration of the band Spoon. It was an American roots band, and yeah, they played the spoons.
And then also inspired Soundgarden to write the song Spoon Man.
Exactly, yeah. I like this. This is good. We're adding backstory to characters who didn't get any. This is important.
I agree, but really only Walt is the one who deserved some backstory. Because Icy Spoon is a bitch.
She is really terrible.
She's the worst. I don't know where to go from here.
Okay. So let's talk about Shelley Winters.
All right.
Shelley Winters was hot.
Yeah.
Who knew?
I certainly did not. My only experience with Shelley Winters is just various TV roles in the latter days of her career, where she was just an old obese woman. Yeah,
I think the only thing that I'd seen her in was Batman as Ma Parker.
I don't even remember that.
She was in one two-parter.
Okay.
She was like, it was Ma Parker and like her crime family.
Okay.
So like all of her henchmen were her sons.
I do vaguely remember that. I did not remember that she was the titular Ma Parker.
Yeah.
That was only like 11 years, 12 years after this.
Yeah, so I think she's 35 in this movie, 34, 35.
Yes.
So yeah, she would have been in her 40s on Batman. They made her up to look older than she was on that show.
But yeah, she is. I did not expect her to be that attractive.
Yeah, she's a babe.
Yeah. But she is playing. I mean, we honestly don't really get to know if she is actually dumb or not.
I think she's an idiot.
Yeah, I mean, she's definitely gullible.
Yeah.
But it's more the characters just telling us that she is rather than a lot of showing. But
yeah.
She definitely does fall for Harry's, spiel, I guess. Boy, she gets into what he is trying to sell
immediately.
Yeah.
Like she is. So like it. I think we're supposed to think that she's sort of like haunted by, the very recent death of her husband at the hands of the state.
Just want to say real quick, the timeline in this movie is unclear.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I guess, we don't know. We don't know how long her husband was in prison before he died.
Like
we don't know how. Sorry, go.
Right? Yeah. The only real I did watch this twice.
Okay.
The only real amount of time that I get is that when Harry is initially arrested and sent to jail, they give him a 30-day sentence.
Okay.
So sometime within those 30 days, Ben dies. And then Harry is released. And one would assume then he just immediately travels to wherever this town is and tries to steal the money.
Right. He's a man on a mission at that point.
Right. But it's still pretty unclear. And things move real fucking fast.
Yeah. But yeah, like so like she seems like is sort of haunted by her husband's death, and also by the mystery of what happened to this money, and so like as soon as Harry is able to sort of give her resolution to that by lying to her or telling her that the money is at the bottom of the lake. As soon as she gets that, she's just like, okay, all right, I'm fine.
Yeah.
You want to get married? Let's do it.
But even before that, like she is, going back to my favorite character, Icy, just really hammering home about how she needs a man.
Right.
And if she doesn't get on this Harry Powell thing, it's just never going to happen for her again.
Well, look, she's a still relatively young woman. She has 2 kids. She works at this ice cream parlor where she probably doesn't make a ton of money.
I wouldn't imagine.
So, I mean, and Icy would know how much she makes. Icy Spoon at an ice cream parlor, it just occurred to me.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Like, wow.
That's why I've been trying to say her name so much.
I don't know why it didn't hit me before now. Oh boy, maybe I'm as dumb as Shelley Winter's character is. Like, did she ever notice it? Who knows?
So wait, are you saying that Jenny married you only to kill you and take your money?
Yeah, I am. Little did she know that I don't have any.
Well, then you're smarter than everybody gives credit for.
I guess that's true.
Yep.
Oh boy. Yeah. So she Willa marries Harry, and immediately things start to go downhill.
Yep. Like first night.
First night.
Yeah, and she, like any abused and traumatized woman, just immediately blames herself.
Right.
And begs for God's forgiveness to make her the woman that Harry wants her to be. And then, she essentially joins his congregation of sorts, however that happened.
Yeah, it was like a revival thing.
Yeah. And she is right up there on stage preaching with him about just how terrible women are.
Right.
Which is essentially what her little spiel comes down to.
Yeah, I mean, it's her fault that her first husband died.
Right.
She drove him to a life of crime.
Yeah, because she wanted makeup and clothes.
Right. Face paint.
Yep.
And fancy perfumes.
You know what? I think along with air conditioning and healthcare, perfume should be up on the list of things that all people should have for free.
Yeah, no, I agree.
If
you want it.
Yeah, especially in the 1930s in the South, I cannot imagine how horrible that smelled.
Oh God, yeah. Are there bathrooms in the houses? We don't even see.
Yeah, I'm gonna say probably no.
Yeah, that's probably an outhouse situation.
Yeah. Well,
they're going down to the creek to bathe.
Well, later on, when the kids get taken in by the Lillian Gish character, they are bathed outside in a tub.
That's true. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, so then it's pretty shortly after that when Willa kind of starts to figure out, what Harry is actually there for.
Yeah,
but still not quite putting it together. Not in the correct way.
Right.
But it's enough that at this point, still just a half hour into this movie, she is murdered.
Yeah.
And then it's just Harry with these two kids alone.
Yeah, I was not at all expecting her to die so early.
I honestly did not think that she would die.
That's true. I guess, yeah, I didn't expect her to die at all.
I just figured that she would be there till the end, just not believing her children.
Right. Or like maybe she'd come around and then it would be a story about her trying to protect them.
Right, yeah. But no, it is not.
Yeah.
They are left alone and defenseless pretty early on.
The shot of... Like, it's weird. So the murder scene is not really shown. Like, we see sort of the lead up to it, but we don't see it actually happen. But it's,
right.
Pretty strongly implied that he has stabbed her to death.
Right.
And then we see, like, the next scene is him at Spoon's, sad that she has run off. And still, like, left to the viewer's interpretation, but pretty clear that she's dead.
Right.
And then, after that, we actually see her dead body.
Oh, yeah.
In a car at the bottom of the lake.
That was also very shocking.
It was startling. I did not expect that at all.
Me neither. And then we get one of our side characters, Uncle Birdie, who I guess is just the town drunk.
I think so, yeah.
But he lives on the houseboats and enjoys spending his days on the river. He finds the body and then flips out immediately and just assumes and won't go to the cops because he just assumes that they'll blame him.
Right.
Which leads me to, like, this movie also hates cops.
Yeah, well, I mean...
It's fair.
Yeah.
Hey, cops.
ACAB, all cops are bastards.
Yep. But that's just... clearly, like, the culture in that town is that, you can't go to the cops for anything.
Right.
If he's that afraid that he will just automatically be accused of murder for finding a body.
Right. Well, I guess also we don't really know his backstory.
True.
So, like, I mean, he's a drunk, so
right.
He's probably got some sort of reputation around the town. But also, if he's had prior dealings with the law, who knows?
Right.
Maybe that's why they would assume that it was him.
Yeah. So then it's shortly thereafter where Harry goes to back to the house and finds the kids in the basement who won't come out for him. But when he does, he threatens their lives.
Yeah.
Just putting it all out on the table.
Yeah, literally, he puts his knife on the table.
That is true. And they lie and tell him where the money is. They go down into the basement with him, and they kind of Home Alone him down there.
Kind of, yeah.
And they manage to escape. And this is still pretty early on in the movie. And
yeah,
so,
we're probably like 40 minutes at that point.
Yeah. 45 minutes left in the movie.
Yeah.
And so I guess this is another turn I was absolutely not expecting. Was just them on the run. And then they wind up in this sort of like makeshift orphanage.
Yeah.
Where they just sort of live and readjust to life, and but Harry winds up tracking them down. A very creepy scene with a teenage girl.
Yes. Yeah. Wow.
And,
so the movie hates that girl too, for sure.
Oh, yeah. We also get I think a scene before that where Lillian Gish also just goes off about how women are all terrible.
Right.
But yeah, then the teenage girl who has been sneaking off out of the orphanage every Thursday to go to town, where she just dates boys.
I guess dates. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's a couple of guys hanging around who it seems like are her regulars.
Right. One in particular, I believe, is more interested than the other, and just the middle of them greeting each other, Harry shows up and just she is in love.
Yeah,
and it's weird.
It's so weird
and creepy, but I have to say, also not creepy on Harry's part.
No, yeah, I mean, I don't feel like he's flirting with her the way that she is flirting with him.
Right, like. I hate to use this term. He is the innocent party here.
Except for when she tries to flirt with him again, and you hear him open his switchblades to murder her. Yikes.
Yeah. It's a very yikes scene. And then so Harry tracks him down, and that's where sort of the big climax of the movie takes place. Is just a standoff between the old lady with the gun and Harry.
Yeah,
trying to protect the kids, and also I believe the only adult so far that believes the kids.
Right. Yeah. It's weird how like all of the other adults in the movie just sort of gaslight them. Like, no, you're wrong.
Right.
He's an adult. and a man of the cloth.
But this movie gets tense quite a bit.
Yeah. The whole sequence where he's sitting on the stump in front of the house is just, it's a spectacular sequence.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing that I knew from this movie was that like the shot of her sitting in the chair with her shotgun, and then like his silhouette against the house.
Right.
There's a clear reason why that's sort of iconic.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, his look in general, he's great in this movie.
He is spectacular, yeah.
But just the black suit with the white shirts, and then his finger tattoos, which I first saw as a joke on The Simpsons.
Right, me too.
And then later when I first heard of this movie, I was like, oh, okay. Of course, I believe I had seen Cape Fear before that same episode of The Simpsons. So
I was going to say, those are in Cape Fear as well, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay. Is Robert Mitchum in that too?
You know what? I'm going to look it up. He may be the original, yeah.
Okay. I have a friend who got knuckle tattoos recently, and they say
they're
cat
no longer
lady.
your friend. I'm sorry.
And yeah, they say cat lady.
Okay.
So like it's CAT and then a little cat face on one hand, and then lady on the other hand. She's very proud of them.
All right.
Not the choice I would have made, but I'm glad it makes her happy.
Sure. Yeah. Yes, Robert Mitchum is the criminal of Cape Fear, the original version.
Nice.
1962. I have not seen that. I have only seen the De Niro Scorsese remake.
Gotcha. I've actually never seen either of them.
Oh, okay. I mean, it's been almost 30 years since I've seen the Cape Fear, so it may be good. No, I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe I'll pick it someday. Who knows?
Yeah, future pick.
I'm going to add that to my list.
All right. Yeah, and so then, they have sort of a standoff. Lillian Gish shoots Harry, and he screams like a baby maniac.
The scream was amazing. Like everything up until that point, I feel like he's just menacing and scary, and then that is just like he's a bumbler at that point.
Yeah. He just goes running and hiding in the barn, and she calls the cops. Which made me question, why did she wait so long to call the cops?
Right. That's a good question.
And then, completely unexpected, when the cops show up, they ask the same question.
Right.
In the movie. And I was still not satisfied with the answer.
I don't remember what her answer was, but maybe she just wanted to, have the opportunity to shoot someone and not get in trouble for it.
It's possible. Her official answer is she didn't want them dragging mud into her house.
Oh, that's right. I don't know. I buy that too.
I mean, sure. It's probably
she's a ball buster.
Yeah. She hates everyone, including the children she's raising.
Right. I don't know. She comes around on Little Billy or whatever his name is. I don't remember.
John,
thank you.
Yes, John and Pearl are the two main kids.
That's right. God, Pearl is terrible.
Oh, yeah. No,
she's so bad. And I don't know if it's the character or the actress.
I mean, she's probably like 4.
Yeah, and I read that I guess the director was not super nice to her.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Like, he yelled at her a few times. So, maybe not getting the best possible work from this child actor.
Probably. The boy he was fine, I guess. He's not super great.
Yeah.
I kept getting distracted by him because he does sort of look like Bradley Cooper as a young child.
Okay, I can see that.
And then I believe that the boy in town who tries to get with Ruby, I believe that's that actor and the boy who plays John are brothers.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's weird.
It's super weird. But I enjoyed the hell out of this movie. And part of it, I think, is this movie looks great.
It's beautifully shot. Yeah, Jenny actually came in for a little bit while I was watching it, and was like, "Who directed this movie?" And I looked it up, and I forget his name, but this is the only movie that he directed.
It's Charles Laughton.
Yes, thank you.
Primarily known as an actor. I think he was in some early Hitchcocks, maybe?
I think you're right, yeah.
And yeah, this movie came out and was a failure.
Yeah.
And I think that really affected him, and he, never directed anything else again.
Yeah. But yeah, she just, she was in there for, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes while they were on the skiff floating down the river, and just commented, like, this movie looks beautiful.
Yeah. Did she happen to see the scene with the bunnies in the foreground?
No, I think she missed that one.
Okay.
There was at one point a barking dog on screen, and our foster dog perked his head up and looked around a little bit like, what's that?
There are sirens, I believe, early on, and Chaco ran behind the TV to look. Yeah, there's like a lot of, it's very, contrasty, black and white.
Yeah.
Like, definitely a lot of shots that, make you think of the word noir when you hear it, There's also a lot of just very German expressionist type scenes.
Yeah.
Like the scene just before Harry murders Willa. It's just like, in a room, the weird angular shapes and the way Harry is standing and acting just reminds me a lot of like the Cabinet of Dr. Caligari, without being so exaggerated, but still very influenced by that, I felt.
Yeah, no, I can totally see that. The room reminded me of the room that Bo Burnham is in the Inside comedy special.
I have not watched that.
All right. I don't know if you'd like it or not.
Yeah, I don't know either.
There's a lot of singing.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of singing in this movie.
There's more singing than I expected in this movie.
Yep. It was super weird when, during the initial standoff between, I can't remember Lillian Gish's character's name.
I don't remember her name either.
Oh, no, it's Mrs. Cooper.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Between her and, Harry, where he's singing his trademark song that he sings throughout the entire movie. And then she starts singing along.
Yeah.
It's real weird.
It was nice.
Sure, they have good voices.
Yeah, their voices complemented each other well.
Harmonized well, yep. Yeah, like it opens with a song, I believe, with kids singing.
Yeah. Oh god, the kids sing that song after the father gets hung.
Hang hung.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Yep.
Kids are awful.
Yep, and then Pearl starts singing it as they start going home.
Right. It's very catchy.
Sure. My issue with that song is that there is a line in it that says, "Now I'm finished with my song," and then they keep going.
Yeah, that's a problem. I don't care for that.
Nope.
So speaking of songs, this movie has multiple Batman connections. So there's Shelley Winters, who played Ma Parker on the TV series.
Icy Spoon, which is clearly the name of a Batman villain.
I believe that was one of Mr. Freeze's hideouts was the Icy Spoon. No, I just made that up. But at the, I don't know if it's like a cookout or what it was, where they're making picnic fudge. Yeah. The first song that they're singing is the song that the little marching band is playing on the pier as Batman is trying to get rid of a bomb in Batman the movie. I recognized it instantly and was so excited.
That's amazing. Oh, boy.
I didn't know it was a real song.
I clearly didn't recognize it, but all right, sure.
So I like I said, I really enjoyed this movie. It was weird in exactly the way that I like.
Yeah, not what I expected, and the better for it.
definitely.
Definitely deserves its praise as a classic for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, the movie when it came out was a box office bomb, and people didn't like it. But it just goes to show that sometimes people just aren't right.
Yeah. The general public is stupid.
Yeah,
It's really what it boils down to.
yeah, but like even critics didn't like it. So
That's true. All right.
but so I mean, I still think your statement stands.
It was ahead of its time.
Yeah. Just I don't know. Like every time, it makes me rethink when I just immediately want to dismiss something for being bad or whatever.
Sure.
It's like, well, sometimes I've watched things that are supposedly terrible that are actually really really good.
Yeah.
Like to this day, I will still defend Ishtar.
Oh, I've never seen that.
It's a good movie.
All right.
Can't watch it anywhere, but if you can, I recommend it. It's funny.
Hey, good to know.
Yeah.
Well, on that note, I'm going to pick the Halle Berry Catwoman movie for next time.
Okay.
No, I'm not doing that.
Thank God. But I would watch it.
Good to know.
Yeah. Anything bringing you joy?
Unbeknownst to me before yesterday, a new season of Big Brother has started. It actually premiered last night.
All right.
And I was very excited to watch it.
Whatever makes you happy, Joe. Whatever gets you through your day, I am in support of it.
I am embracing it. I feel like we've talked about, I don't think that there is such thing as a guilty pleasure.
No, yeah, absolutely.
Just be proud of what you like.
Sure.
And this is one of those things.
Go for it.
How about
man.
you?
So it's two things. One is relatively minor. New season of I Think You Should Leave started on Netflix.
Yes.
Hilarious, stupid show, and I love every minute of it.
I really need to watch that.
Oh, you do. But the big thing for me was that I went swimming for the first time in like 4 years.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
The last time I went swimming was I took a vacation for my 39th birthday. I will be 43 in a month.
Oh, wow.
So as I spent a week in Florida with my friend, and so we went swimming.
Nice.
That was the last time I was near water for recreational purposes.
Sure, naturally.
Yeah.
Haven't showered in 4 years. Speaking of smelling bad.
Yeah, well, it didn't matter this last year, so.
True. So yeah, where did you swim?
My neighbors have a pool.
Nice.
They offered it, to allow me to swim in it last year as much as I wanted. It just never came up.
Yeah.
And so Tuesday I got home. It was like 90-something degrees, and I had to go over and pay some rent. And while I was there, I was like, "Hey, can I use your pool?" And I said, "Sure." And it was great.
That's awesome.
Just refreshing and a lot of fun and peaceful. And I was actually going to do so today when I got home from work again, but it was raining today. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't been swimming in a pool in a very, very long time. I can't even remember when the last time I was in a pool was. I guess the last time I swam in general was actually 2 weeks ago. The house that we went to was on a lake.
Oh yeah.
And it was the first time I'd gone swimming in a lake, and I was terrified. I have a fear of heights, and I think it's that I don't like to not be able to touch solid ground with my feet.
Yeah. Okay.
So getting into the lake at first gave me a mild panic attack.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
It's all right. I was eventually able to sort of walk into the water from the shore, and find a comfortable spot where I could just sort of wade. So I got over it.
That's good. Like when I graduated from high school, my parents took me to Puerto Rico, and we spent like 2 weeks down there. And so I got to swim in both the Atlantic Ocean and the Caribbean Sea.
Nice.
The ocean was rough because it's rough.
Sure.
Lots of rocks.
Yeah.
There's definitely a point where you can't get too far out. But the Caribbean Sea is very calm, and so my mom and I were swimming in it, and like not really even swimming, just kind of wading and floating. And the next thing we knew, we were like a mile out from the shore.
Oh no! Yikes!
Yeah,
that's too far.
Yeah, it was a bit much. We were a little bit scared.
Yeah.
Just all of a sudden, I was like, "Oh shit!" We had to swim back.
Yikes!
But like I enjoy swimming, and I'm not too big on like fresh bodies of water. Give me concrete and tile.
Right.
And no living things that could get you.
Yeah.
That's what I would be afraid of in a lake or an ocean.
See, I thought that was cool. Like there were a few parts where I could see fish swimming around me,
mm-hmm.
and I thought that was actually really neat.
Yeah.
But I can see how it would be disconcerting as well.
Well, sure, you don't know what they're going to do,
right?
You never know when there's going to be like some sort of fish happening.
Yep. Oh man.
Oh, what movie are we going to watch next week?
Oh boy. All right. So as of this recording, earlier this week, on a down note, we lost a famous director, Richard Donner, the director of Superman the movie, The Goonies, the Lethal Weapon movies,
yes,
Scrooged, The Omen, a whole bunch of other stuff.
I've enjoyed every single movie you've mentioned.
Nice,
except for Lethal Weapon because I haven't seen it.
I've never seen Lethal Weapon either, but that's not my pitch.
All right.
But I was thinking, I rewatched the original Superman movie on Monday, sort of as a tribute, and also just because I hadn't seen it in a while, and I love it.
I watched it a couple weeks ago when Ned Beatty passed away.
Oh, nice, yeah. Jeez, man. But so my pick for next time is actually Superman 2, the Donner cut.
Okay.
Which I think I've only seen once when it initially came out. And I've sort of been wanting to watch it again anyway.
All right.
So yeah, I thought let's do that for the show.
Okay. I have seen it once myself. I actually picked it for Gutter Trash.
Oh, did you really?
Yes. But it has been years, and I do like to rewatch the Superman movies on occasion, and yes, I'm absolutely okay with this.
Excellent. And for enterprising listeners, once we do this episode, you can listen to that and the episode of Gutter Trash and see how your opinions have changed.
It's true. I can remember getting into an argument with Jason. Because he was just mad that it's a movie for children.
Oh, no. Oh boy. I will hold on listening to that until after you and I talk about it.
That is probably for the best. Just occasionally I have to remind myself, Jason likes Rob Liefeld.
Right, yeah. I love Jason, but he's dumb sometimes.
Yeah, he's got some real shitty taste sometimes. And as much as I love him, I do have to just balance that out occasionally with like, oh yeah, he's sometimes just the worst. All right, Superman 2, the Donner Cuts.
Excellent.
I know I own it on Blu-ray. I'm assuming you do as well.
I do as well. Yeah, I don't know that it's streaming anywhere. So sorry, listeners.
But it might not be.
Yeah.
But hey, go buy it.
Yeah, it's probably worth it. I don't remember.
Sure. Well, now you want to be a completist and have every Richard Donner movie, right?
That's true. I do have the extended 3-hour cut of Superman the movie.
As do I.
I thought about watching that earlier this week, but I didn't think Jenny would appreciate it.
Yeah, I just when I watched it a few weeks ago, I just watched whatever was on HBO Max.
Yeah, which is still 2 hours and 15 minutes.
Oh yeah. But I just didn't feel like standing up to my DVD case.
I get it. I know it's so much work.
It really is. Gotta turn on the Blu-ray player.
Oh Jesus!
Right?
I'm tired just hearing you talk about it.
Jesus, just eject the disc. What?
Wait, there's a disc in there already? What have you been doing?
There might be. I don't know.
Oh, God.
Because I know the last time I was too lazy to get up and take it out.
Well, however you choose to watch the movie.
Yes. Alrighty. We will talk about that next week then.
Sounds good. Talk to you then.
Goodbye.
Thank you for listening to The Viewmasters. You can subscribe to the show directly at view.guttertrash.net or at iTunes and leave us a review. Visit view.guttertrash.net for email information and links to Facebook and Twitter. We'll see you next time on The Viewmasters.